back, everyone, for turn 11 of our Liberty or Death playthrough. Have the board all set up, and we have French, Native American, and Patriots. Then the British are ineligible. The rest can play. We're going to cruise through this one a little bit here. The Penobscot Expedition is our event, and the Patriots get first dibs on this one, and we passed earlier because we wanted to jump on this shaded thing, which is place a fort and through militia in Massachusetts. I already did that. So let's move these guys down here to event. First faction took the event. And I put all that stuff up here in one of our overflow boxes. So that's what we have in Massachusetts. And then over here I threw the overflow A in there. Things are getting a little too crowded. So that's Massachusetts. It's a powerhouse. Look at all those militia in there. A couple forts. It's looking pretty sweet. Unfortunately, that's the only place we have anything. Everything else is looking rather bleak, but hopefully that will change because these guys are almost in the war with us. That will make things a lot better, both for the French and for everyone, because it gets a little more fun once that happens. So we did the event. So who's up next? The British would go next, but haha, they're ineligible. So it's our ally, the French. And what are the French going to do? I think you can figure this one out. They've only done it every turn so far. They cannot play the event because it's already been played. Their resources are greater than 0. Has the Treaty of Alliance been played? No, so they're going to mobilize. The same old thing that they've been doing every turn. So they get to put 2 militia in Quebec, New York, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. To get control, they will not get control of any of them. So it says then where most Patriot units are. So guess what? We have 2 more militia going into Massachusetts that cost the French 1 resource. But here's the cool part. After that, they get to prepare, and they get to move 3 French regulars from unavailable to available. So here come 3 more. And that raises our French prep to 17, which is above the space where they can play their Treaty of Alliance. So I have a feeling on our next turn, turn 12, is going to see the French enter the war. And how is that going to change things? It adds a bunch of stuff. We'll start blockading cities, and the British will stop feeling so cool because they're going to start getting some pressure from the French, who are just as powerful as they are. So anyway, that was a quick turn. Not a lot happened major there, but other than our next turn is going to be quite a doozy. So the French did a command. The British then will move back over to eligible, and these 2 guys are ineligible. So the next event coming up is going to be French in America want Canada. And the only faction that can do this is the Patriots. But I'm going to be ineligible, so we're not going to be able to do this one. It's a good one, too. I get to move a bunch of things up to Quebec and put another fort there, which it's always good to get more forts on the board. Because one of my victory conditions is to make sure I have more forts on the board than the Indians have villages. So the more forts I can get on the board, the better. Plus more forts lets you do some other stuff with some other commands. So, but it's not to be. So that's our next event, and that will be turn 12. Let's see what happens. I will see you guys all back here in just a little bit. Bye.